beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Foles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down, Foles. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. This is Williams, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Foles. He'll buy some time right. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Foles. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trucks over him, and he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Runs over, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Oftentimes broken tackles are his specialties, and put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Dolphins 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception,
String elements got warning robot.
so maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 19 on the first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Patterson again.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Play action. Now it's Tua. He is going to find Hill here.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. On first down, going back to Patterson. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Tua. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it, because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. There he goes, left side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Dolphins 17.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On the move to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This out quickly to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Second down and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 8 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles.
This one swung out to Williams.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They'll go again with Patterson. He'll get this down to the 38.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 38, Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tua to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way, and then they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question
question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go, set.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now Tua. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Tua connecting with Hill, and he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Set, ready. Snap, snap. Right, right. Trip, no. Slide through. Ready.
Tagovailoa. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. He'll get it inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Tua. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Back to throw is Tua. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this
This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points,
PLZ don't lose. Stream Elements bot running robot.